Rob Dumas presents Do It Twice Theater. I didn't cut it yet. I've got to measure twice, but we should measure twice, cut once, and I'll explain it to you after I get done cutting it. You know, one of these days, I'm going to start planning what I'm doing before I do it. It doesn't matter if I'm just working. That makes no difference. The only difference is when you see it, how many hundreds or maybe thousands, depending on how popular the video is, get to see me keep messing up. But it didn't cost me anything, except 5 minutes. And I ran out of juice on my battery. So let me take you through what I'm doing here. Let me see if I can get you inside with some good camera work. My first step on the teardrop. Now here's the thing about a teardrop. If you are trying to save material and money, which at this stage of the teardrop game, 1956, they were. Everything has to be 4x8 or less. And the closer you get to 4x8, the less you have to cut, the less you have to work, the less you have to waste. Are you following me? Kind of a Henry Ford type of thing, right? So, 2 ways that you can go about having a 4x8 trailer. If we just slap a 4x8 sheet of plywood down there, then we have to build our walls in a manner such that they sit on top. Well, with plywood walls, that's not going to happen. It could, but then you're going to have to add structural support. Not going to happen. So this trailer is 47 inches by 8. So that 47 is going to be 48 when we put a 1/2 inch ply here and a 1/2 inch plywood right here. Half, 1 plus 47 equals 48. Okay, so our only waste so far is 1 inch off of that piece of ply. So what I intend to do is take that plywood. Well, am I telling you? I'm sure you could just stand here and watch me goof something up. Pay attention, would you? Yeah, I know I tell you guys about this, but I can't stress enough how much this makes life so much easier. It really does. So what I need to do is find the best side. I don't think much really matters, because it's just a mattress that's going on it. Oh boy, this, I'm struggling so much. It's 5/8. It came from the factory with 5/8. Ron said he wants it going back 5/8, so we got 5/8, and it's construction ply. So that means that it is rated for exterior. And so the bottom is going to be exterior. And he doesn't want to put any undercoating on it because he's one of the people that I agree with that it has to breathe. If it gets wet, it has to breathe. But I guess if you put undercoating on it, it doesn't get wet, so it doesn't have to breathe. 6 one way, 1/2 dozen the other. So I'm just going to pick a side here. And construction is so much heavier than just the plywood we use for our walls. Super heavy. Not super heavy, but heavy. Okay, we're on there. I'm gonna go get my materials that I bought at the HD with a coupon. I know you guys saw my video with the coupon, and I hope you're taking advantage of it, because lately I've been saving a ton of money. Anyway, let me show you what I'm gonna do here. Here's what we're gonna need, and I forgot part of it. I'm gonna step over here just real quick. Oh, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I mean, how are you gonna do this without this? Okay. I'll be honest with you, I'm frazzled today. I'm frazzled. This is wildly out of order, trust me. You've probably already seen what's happened. Just frazzled. It was just another video made earlier, but you'll see. Anyway, let me get myself together. Here is what we're working with. 1/4-inch carriage bolts. These, just like any other, are gonna hold this down. Now, there's no 2x4s under this, like a regular frame on a bigger camper. So this frame that's already here is all you're getting, which is fine. It's a teardrop, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, so what I wanna do is I'm gonna pull this back a little bit. Now, these, hold on, okay. I'm gonna take this down, see if I can show you. You can kind of see where it's kind of pitted, I hope. Let me see, I don't know. Great camera work, Rob. There, you can see where it's pitted. And then it stops being pitted. About right there. I'm so sorry about this. Did you get the idea? Pitted, not pitted. And so where that stops is where this starts. But remember, there's that 3/4 piece, right? The roof. So what we want to do is maybe get a little bit of tape, because you know I am prepared, but I was close enough to my tape stash. And this is 1-inch tape. So I would say that somewhere around right there is where we need to be. So that's kind of where it ends-ish. Let me try to do the best I can for you. All right. So if they end at this side of the tape, that means I've got 1 inch to come this way, which is really 3/4. Well, it's a 1/16 shy, or 1/8 shy. It's probably 7/8 if we're going to try to be exact. So let's pull this trailer up to just shy of our tape. Now you got to remember, we got to keep it straight this way too. We got to follow this line down to here. That's a lot closer. Now, is 1/8 going to matter? No, not on this. It's not. It's just not. Is a 1/2 inch going to matter? No, probably not. Do we want to be within 1/8 to 1/4? Yes. We're going to do our best to follow Ron's instructions. Okay, so that is square on this. This is square on this. Are you starting to notice something? Are you noticing it? Are we not square? I'll bet you that's square. Huh. Okay. And we go just right on the edge here. Follow this edge. That's dead on right there. That's as close as you're gonna get. So here's what we can do. Let's just try to take some measurements. So if we go from the front to here, we're sitting at 9 and a little more than a quarter. 9 and might as well say a quarter. Pretty close. 4 5/8. 4 3/4. Again, that's not far off. 5/8 to 3/4. That's an 8, right? So what do? We're going to pull this tape off. And let's go over here and pull this tape off. And I guess, it's not easy to tell, honestly. You know what I can do? If I had a light in here, there's one. Maybe I shine a little light on this without blinding myself. It'll give me a better idea of where that pitting starts and stops. I'll be honest with you, I think this is the best one over here. So I'm going to use that one, and I think we're square on here. We're not going to let the weather tell us whether we're square or not, right? But I need to back that out, don't I? Okay. All right. So if I'm at 9 1/4, I want to be at 8 1/4. Let's see what that did to us. Not all that much. I bet that did. There we go. Again, let's not get ourselves out of square here. How are we on this side? You guys watch this side for me. I can't watch both of them. There it is. Okay. We're locked here. This is so very, very important. I know I am dragging you through it, but I think this bears repeating. Bubble on and square it up to start. Saves you so much trouble. And we are within a 1/16 right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these clamps. I'm going to put it right here. Make sure there's not a hole there. Yeah, I say that. These are 90-degree angle iron, so it's really not conducive to, it's working. It's working, so I say. I'm just trying too hard to go too fast. I need to slow down. See, right there again. So I'm hoping that doesn't move now. Getting red-faced. Told you, frantic. Okay, so now we're going to go under here and try to put these front two in. All right. So the first thing you need to do is drill through the wood, because we're already through the steel. Huh. Only one on this. I thought there'd be. Woo-wee! That one hit me right in the mouth. Okay, there's one. There's one. Okay. Oh, you couldn't see that hit me in the mouth. Good. I have maintained. Oh well, whatever. Get this guy going through here. Now I got 1 1/4 inch because we're only going through 5/8 and only through probably a 1/4 angle. So getting a good shot at the back of my head, I hope. I think this is maybe a 7/16. Yep, sure, a 7/16 bolt. I'm going to tighten it down the best I can. Now again, there's just going to be, I'm down here, there's just going to be a bed on top of this, so we're going to tighten it down tight, but we're not so worried about this sticking up out of there, right? Okay. If I remember correctly, there's going to be 11 more of those. So I'm going to do that, and I will come back. Hopefully, besides my fat lip, I will have no other damage to my body. There it is, boys. We got 3 right here. That makes me feel good. Right there and there where I busted my lip. And then we go up to here, here, there, and there. But it stops. There is no carriage bolts beyond that. But that's okay because we will be screwed into the side with our walls right here. There will be carriage bolts through the walls. The walls on this one go down that farther. Go down farther than what? Okay, what I'm trying to say is, geez, spit it out. You've got a 4x8 sheet coming up here, right? On both sides. So it can be 4 feet tall if it sits right on top of this. But for every inch you go down, excuse me, here you lose an inch of height when you sit up. Now my torso to the top of my head, the bottom of my torso, say my rear end to the top of my head is not 4 feet, so it's not that big of a deal. But, I mean, that's 2-inch angle, that's 5/8, so you're sitting at 2 5/8 already. You see what I'm getting at? Then you got a mattress in there. That's just how they did it. And it comes down further than that. I'll show you that when I pull these sides out. It goes down further than that. It goes down and kind of covers this up a little bit. So, it's not that tall on the end. Well, I mean, obviously we knew it was not tall on the inside. But it's not even going to be its absolute best height on the inside. To where, you know, let's say we took 5/8 out of it. We got 47 3/8. Right? Because the roof sits on top. So 47 3/8. But now I'm going to bet you, and I may be wrong, they're going to take at least 3 inches out, if not more. Which doesn't matter, I guess. You're just sitting up. You're not trying to stand up. Maybe Lillette could, but none of us could. So I just these things I've been thinking about because I'm about to pull this out and get to work on it. Here's this back piece, which is so interesting, that sits on there. We'll go over that. Very, very interesting thing. I had no idea, and now I have to learn about it. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to get started. I think this is going to sit right here, and I'm going to pull our walls out. I'm going to get the door side out, and I am going to make my walls. I'm going to try to do that. Like I said, man, I am frantic today. I am running. I'm gunning. I've got everything. All of a sudden is just pop, 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 pop. And I've got to take care of it. And it's things that I have to take care of because there's no other Rob the Rebuilder. I put the Rob in the Rebuilder. So I've got to go take care of that. I'm rambling on. Too much jibber jabber. Got to go.